Have you ever had a plant that you think the pot is just way too small for it, and you don't want to disturb the root system, but you do want to upgrade the pot? Something like this? Well, today I'll show you how to do a technique called slip potting. We go from a small pot to a big pot without disturbing the plant too bad. Follow me. All right, so this is everything that we'll need for today's project. And I also have this spare pot that I use as a scooper. So, like I said, we're trying to take this Sarracenia from a smaller pot to a bigger pot without disturbing it too much. So we're gonna do what's called slip potting it. First things first, you wanna remove any top dressing off of your old pot. In this case, I have live sphagnum on it. So I'm just gonna take that off. Done. All right, so I had to switch over to voiceover because the wind was killing me on this day. But here, what I'm doing, you don't really have to do this, but it's something that I do like to do. Just put a little bit of dead sphagnum in the bottom of the pot. Keep you from losing too much sphagnum into your water trays. So, next thing I'm gonna do is remove some of the medium from around the crowns of the plant. Sometimes they sink down in there, and I just like to dig them out a little bit to make sure that they're not too buried. Next, what you want to do is now start to fill your medium into the bottom and check the height of the old pot to make sure that you're planting the plant at the correct height. I like to plant mine right at the rim, so just kept adding dirt until the old pot was sitting right at the rim. So here you want to squeeze the sides of the pot really good to loosen the old plant, and it helps if it's not super wet when you do this. And then you just turn it upside down and carefully let the plant slide out into your hand. And as you can see, since I loosened up some of the medium at the top of the pot, some of it fell out into my hand. But here it is right here. It usually comes out just like that perfectly. And you'll see there was some roots at the bottom. It was about to start swirling, so we were right on time with this slip pot. Here you can see the crowns that I dug out. I'm actually going to remove a little bit more medium just to get the back of the rhizome cleaned up as well. So next you'll see, we're going to take this entire root ball that I'm holding in my hand right now and put it into the pot to make sure that height is correct. So I want to make sure that the plant's not sitting too deep into the pot. So I'm going to add some more medium because of course we lost a couple millimeters or whatever that was from taking the old pot out. And I like to pack it down with the back of my hand like that to make sure that it's not going to sink after I put the plant in there. So as you can see, it's right around the top. That's the rhizome that I'm pointing at there. I'm going to put that in the back corner because the rhizomes grow straight across the ground like a branch. So if you put it in the corner on a square pot, that gives you the maximum amount of room in that pot for that plant to grow and space out. And here, we're just going to backfill it. I'm using my left hand to hold that plant up against that corner, and then you're just packing the dirt around and hold it in place. Now it can support itself, and I'm just going to keep backfilling. You'll notice here that I tend to use all types of household utensils in my projects. So here I figured that a pencil would be the best bet to helping me put some more medium down back behind the rhizome. I couldn't just use my fingers to put it in there because my fingers are too big, but the pencil came in handy. I just grabbed some medium, stuck it over the hole, and then use the pencil to pack it down in there to make sure that the plant is secure, and also that you have, you don't have a big huge air pocket sitting behind the plant. And then here I'm just using my fingers to press down around the corners and also stuff that down to make sure, again, you don't have any air pockets. And then now it's time to add my top dressing of sphagnum moss. I put sphagnum on everything. So I'm just digging out a corner, and I'm gonna pack a big clump of sphagnum down into that hole right there that I'm creating. Alright, this is the finished product. We have Slip Pot Sarracenia Green Monster. This plant was actually gifted to me by my new friend, No Fly Zone. He's also a local grower to my area. Has a huge greenhouse. I'm going to link his page in the description. Y'all check him out. I also want to give a special shout out to Drozart for the music. It's one of my frat brothers. He does a lot of great work on piano and different beats and things. Check him out.